Yellowstone Volcano eruption map shows nowhere is safe from volcanic blast of this supervolcano. Sebastian Ketley, Express UK reports, Yellowstone is a supervolcano. It sits on the Ring of Fire, and it's next to another supervolcano, the Long Valley Caldera. Recent findings from geologists from university studies show that a supervolcano does not act at all as a regular volcano, in that a simple earthquake nearby could collapse the roof of a magma chamber of a supervolcano, and this could spur an eruption. Yellowstone volcano will spare no one the horror of eruption when it blankets the United States with its ash cloud from coast to coast, and previous Yellowstone eruptions were terrifying, as we see from the ash clouds of the map. Yellowstone supervolcano eruption simulations show an unexpected blast would produce ash fallout from the northwest. From the U.S. down to the southern tip of Florida, volcanic ash fallout of more than 40 inches, over a meter, would blanket Yellowstone's immediate vicinity in the states of Wyoming, Montana, and Utah. It will be so severe. The blast decreases further out from Yellowstone National Park, extending into Canada, Mexico, and even the East Coast. Canada, for example, could see anywhere between 4 inches to 0.11 inches of ash falling from the sky onto their lands. This is startling news, and it was presented in a research paper analyzing the catastrophic impacts of the major supervolcano Yellowstone eruption. It was written by hydrologist Larry Maston, and this is his map that we're seeing. Larry Maston of the U.S. Geological Survey. The paper was titled Modeling Ash Fall Distribution from a Yellowstone Supereruption, and it was published in Geochemistry, Geophysics, and Geosystems. It was a dire warning. The study reveals we simulated eruptions lasting 3 days, and another one lasting a week, and another eruption lasting a month, each producing 330 cubed kilometers of volcanic ash, dense rock equivalent, DRE for short. The results demonstrate that radial expansion of the umbrella cloud is capable of driving ash upwind westward and crosswind from north to south in excess of 1,500 kilometers, producing more or less radially symmetric isopatches that are only secondarily modified by ambient wind. Deposit thicknesses are decimeters to meters in the northern Rocky Mountains, centimeters to decimeters in the north Midwest, and millimeters to centimeters on the east, west, and Gulf coasts. The Yellowstone supervolcano is one of the world's biggest and most active supervolcano systems. It's one of the 20 supervolcanoes of the Earth. Yellowstone National Park covers some 3,427 square miles of land, and it's across 3 states in the Northwest. Yellowstone Caldera formed some 640,000 years ago and measures 34 by 45 miles in the northwest corner of Wyoming. Yellowstone is believed to have erupted at least 3 times, 3 big eruptions. It last erupted 640,000 years ago, 1.3 million years ago, and 2.1 million years ago. Its last smaller eruption was 70,000 years ago. These past eruptions released vast amounts of thick ash into the atmosphere, and it choked out the skies, affecting weather patterns. Scientists now are afraid that it could repeat. They could have a repeat of the volcanic cataclysm if Yellowstone erupts again with its ugly head in the future. the volcanic ash released by Yellowstone now would severely impact the United States' ability to produce food, have clean water, and of course we would not have communications with each other either. Immediately those would be going down. The Yellowstone study reveals ashfall thickness of centimeters throughout the American Midwest would of course disrupt livestock and crop production, especially during critical times in the growing season. This deposit could threaten building integrity and obstruct sewers and water lines. Electronic communications and air transportation would likely be shut down throughout North America. Thankfully, the odds of this happening anytime soon are completely minimal. You have various maps here that you'll see throughout the months of the year. This is a study, of course, by Larry Maston of USGS. According to the study, there are no geological signs of Yellowstone preparing for another earth-shattering blast. One study reads, over the past 2 million years, trends in the volume of eruptions and the magnitude of crustal melting may signal a decline of major volcanism from the Yellowstone region. These factors, plus the 3 in 2.1 million annual frequency of past events, suggest a confidence of at least 99.9% the 21st century society will not experience a Yellowstone super eruption, but over the span of geologic time, super eruptions have recurred somewhere on Earth every 100,000 years on average. As such, it's important to characterize the potential effects of such events. But it's not just Yellowstone that we've had eruptions from recently. We've even had the European supervolcano, Campi Flegrei, that's the one near Naples, Italy. The last eruption of that happened about 70,000 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, wiped out the Neanderthals, they said. I'll leave a link below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.